I'm 83 years old now. Some days, that number feels heavy. Other days, it feels unreal. I still wake up thinking like the woman I used to be, until my hands remind me, until the mirror does. People assume that by this age, you must be full of wisdom. That time automatically teaches you what matters. Please like the video and subscribe my channel if you love your mother. Time doesn't teach you anything on its own. Loss does. And the most important truth of my life came to me far too late. When I was 30, I believed I was doing everything right. I believed life rewarded effort. That if you worked hard enough, sacrificed enough, endured enough, everything would fall into place. I believed happiness was something you postponed, something you earned after proving yourself. I didn't know I was trading the present for a promise that never came. At 30, I was busy. Busy felt responsible. Busy felt admirable. Busy felt safe. I was always rushing, always juggling, always convincing myself I was doing it for everyone else. I told myself this season would pass. That one day I'd slow down. That one day I'd finally breathe. I didn't understand something then. Life doesn't slow down because you ask it to. I had people who loved me. I wish I could say I treated that love gently. I didn't mean to neglect them. I just assumed they'd always be there. Missed conversations. Half-heard stories. Moments brushed aside with later. Later became my favorite word. It was also my most expensive one. I was a mother once. That truth still makes my chest ache. They needed me not perfectly, just present. They wanted my attention more than my advice. My time more than my explanations. Sit with me. Listen to this. Can you stay a little longer? And I thought I had years to make it up to them. I didn't know childhood ends quietly. One day, they stopped asking. At first, I felt relieved. I told myself it meant I had done my job well. But the silence that followed wasn't freedom. It was distance. By my 42nd, people called me strong, capable, reliable. I wore those words like armor. But strength, as I later learned, can become a hiding place. I hid behind responsibility, behind expectations, behind the version of myself everyone admired. And slowly, I disappeared. At 50, I looked successful from the outside. I had stability, structure, something to show for my years. But there were cracks I refused to look at. Because looking meant admitting something frightening, that I had been present everywhere except where my heart was needed. By 60, the world began to shrink. Fewer phone calls, shorter conversations, less urgency. I told myself this was just how life went. What I didn't realize was that loneliness doesn't arrive suddenly. It seeps in, quietly, through unanswered messages, through empty chairs, through days no one asks about. At night, when everything finally slowed down, regret began to speak. Not loudly, not dramatically, just persistently. Regret doesn't shout, it waits.
And then, at 83, the truth finally stood in front of me, undeniable and unforgiving. The truth I wish I had known at 30. Life is not measured by what you accomplish. It's measured by who remains. I believed love was understood. That if I felt it deeply, it was enough. It wasn't. Love must be practiced, shown, chosen, again and again. In ordinary moments. The ones I skipped because they didn't seem urgent. I believed time was generous. It isn't. Time feels endless when you're young, and ruthless when you're old. You don't notice it disappearing day by day. You notice when entire chapters are already gone. I believed people would wait. They don't. Some drift because life pulls them away. Others leave because they felt invisible for too long. That realization hurts more than anything else. I thought being strong meant carrying everything alone. I was wrong. Sometimes strength is stopping. saying no, letting life be smaller and fuller. I spent years preparing for a future that arrived without the people I loved most. That's the truth. Now, I have time. So much time. And far fewer hands to hold it with. That is the quiet cruelty of waiting too long. If I could speak to the woman I was at 30, I wouldn't scold her. I would gently take her face in my hands and ask her to look, really look, at the people beside her, at the laughter filling the room, at the moments that felt ordinary but weren't. I would tell her this: one day the noise will disappear, and you will miss it more than you ever imagined. I would tell her that success without connection is empty, that being needed feels better than being admired, that love unattended doesn't stay forever. And I would tell her the most painful truth of all: you don't run out of time at the end of life. You run out of awareness in the middle of it. That's when life quietly passes by. If you're listening to this and you're still young, please hear me. The people in your life are not permanent. They are not guaranteed. They are borrowed. One day, someone will stop calling. One day, someone will be gone. And you will wish you had chosen differently, not once, but consistently. I can't change my past. I can only speak honestly now. So maybe my regrets won't be wasted. If there is one thing I hope you remember, let it be this: be present where your life is happening, not where you think it's going. Because one day, you may wake up at 83 and finally understand the truth you wish you had known at 30.